2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. When we come back, we'll have your scene set for today's matchup.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
Get back to feeling your best with Evanston Regional Hospital Physical Therapy. If you find yourself struggling with pain or limited mobility in your everyday life, your recovery starts here. With a personalized treatment plan just for you, our experienced physical therapists will help you every step of the way to reach your goals and get back to doing what you love. Call us today to schedule an appointment. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Fresh and flavorful ingredients are what makes the best restaurants great. At El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant, each entree is prepared with only the freshest and tastiest ingredients. The menu includes everything from tacos to steak, fresh fruit waffles to omelets, and mouth-watering burgers to sandwiches. Come in and enjoy a meal today at the new El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant inside the Log Cabin on Bear River Drive.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast Booth. It is time for the El Paso All-American scene set on the El Paso All-American Mexican Grill scene set on today's Bobby Dolezal Big Country Properties pregame show, as it is the Cheyenne Hawks taking on the Cheyenne Sixers, as it's a matchup of a couple of Cheyenne teams. As when we come back, we'll have your pregame coaches show interview with Cody Beers. Listen to the AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Napa know-how isn't just for guys like this. Power tools. Every driver deserves quality parts. Practical and cool. So you can do it yourself with Napa Auto Parts, or get it done for you at a Napa Auto Care Center. Which means Napa know-how is for you, karaoke car lady. And never popped a hood guy?
I can pop a hood.
You too, Mr. Park a mile away. Oh yeah. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how. Covalos, your one-stop farm and auto shop.
Helping young people grow into productive adults is like putting a puzzle together. Each aspect of life is equal to one puzzle piece. Restful sleep, a healthy breakfast, a positive experience at home before school sets the tone for the whole day. Positive student interaction with teachers, district staff, coaches, and peers all add to the puzzle. At Uintah County School District Number 6, we work hard to make each puzzle piece meaningful and powerful for every student. By working together, we can help every student grow into a masterpiece. It's a great day to be an Eagle.
Hey there, I'm Jake Major, your local Medicare and insurance benefits advisor for the Bullock Agency of Wyoming. With over 25 years of experience protecting families in rural America, we understand the importance of having affordable insurance coverage. Whether you're searching for extra coverage or looking to understand and switch your Medicare options, I can help you find a range of top-rated insurance companies and tailor-made packages based on your needs. Call me, Jake Major, today at 307-209-4685 and let's discuss your insurance options. We're the Bullock Agency of Wyoming when benefits matter.
here with Cody Beers. He is the public relations specialist with WYDOT, as well as a member of the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition and a big fan of American Legion Baseball, of course. Cody, you were the state chairman for a number of years, and here we are. It's state tournament time, and of course, our state tournament broadcast brought to everybody by people at the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition and Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. And Cody, you know, Wyoming is unique in the fact that it's not irregular to travel 4 hours one way to a game. So really getting the word out there to buckle up those seatbelts and make sure you arrive not only at the game safe, but back home safe. It's really important to get that word out there.
Well, when you talk baseball from people around the region, across the country, that road trip emphasis in Wyoming, it's very difficult for people to understand, because you're right. I mean, it's common to climb in a bus with your kids if you're a Legion coach in Wyoming and, you know, drive from Powell to Green River or Douglas to Cheyenne and back. I mean, Douglas to Cody and back. Long drives, good baseball, but then that road trip home requires a lot of Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke, and a lot of sunflower seeds for the coach, because often the coach has to drive the team to the game, coach the doubleheader, and then drive back home while the players are sleeping. So it's long road trips. It's good baseball, but that's life in Wyoming, and we embrace it. I mean, we are in state tournament season. Just had a walk-off of Cheyenne beat Jackson in the C state championship game. And so, I mean, it's an exciting time of the year, and I'd just like to encourage everyone to, get there safely by buckling your seatbelt, and then get back home safely by buckling that seatbelt. Every ride, every time, it's that important.
So, as a former chairman of American Legion Baseball, what does tournament time mean to you?
Well, tournament time is, the culmination of everything that starts back in January or February for these teams. The preseason work in the winter, getting up, scraping your windows, heading into the indoor practice facility and doing your work in the preseason for that short 2-month season, basically, May, June into July, often, 2 to 3 month season in Wyoming. So a lot of preparation, both from a administrative standpoint and a coaching standpoint, and of course from a fundraising standpoint, because American Legion Baseball is kind of pay to play venue in Wyoming. So people, they don't understand that all this effort goes in before the season, after the season. They just see the regular season games and then state tournament games being played. So just know that, these towns, the town teams, the coaches, the boards, most of it volunteer, even though the coaches are paid somewhat. Some teams don't pay their coaches in Wyoming, and give a tip of the hat to those people. But it just creates a lot of admiration from guys like me who've been doing this thing for 20, 30 years. To keep baseball alive in Wyoming, it's a big deal, and these towns support their kids, and the businesses support their kids, and it wouldn't be possible for you guys to be broadcasting it without the support of all the sponsors, the advertisers, the families, and of course your radio stations. So we appreciate everything that you guys are about, and we appreciate this group of folks in Wyoming that loves baseball and keeps it going from year to year.
You talked a little bit about how important it is for the players and the coaches, of course, to buckle up every ride, every time. But also the unsung heroes of this whole thing are the parents. I mean, they're traveling by themselves. They're putting their hard-earned money into hotel rooms and giving up their weekends to go and support their players. Can we talk a little bit about the dedication that we see from the people that are not inside the dugout, but instead it's the people that fill up the stands?
Well, that goes without saying that these parents are dishing out hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to see their sons play American Legion baseball, to watch, to help, to bring an extra case of water or Gatorade along and just support what these teams are trying to accomplish. And that's a possible trip to the regional at the A level, and of course at AA, the Legion World Series. It's a big commitment by families, by kids, by parents, all across Wyoming, from Jackson to Gillette to Cheyenne to Wheatland, down in the southwest corner to Evanston, up in the central part of the state where Lander has rejoined Legion Baseball, on up to Powell and Lovell. I mean, it's just a big commitment, and so everybody comes together. I've heard more of the idea that people are renting houses together, staying together even in these tournaments, because, man, it is a big hit on the wallet every year. And for kids to keep playing baseball, there's an opportunity to play after high school for some of these kids. But for the most part, I mean, this is their opportunity to play a great game, build friends for life, and travel Wyoming and see the sights. And I can't think of a better way to do that than by being safe, buckling that seatbelt, making sure that we all arrive safely to and from, these games, these tournaments, watching out for each other and communicating and, just being safe. And that's really what it's about. I mean, go out, compete at the highest level, and then return home safely to your regular life, but use your skills you've built in baseball. That translates very well to football, basketball, wrestling, swimming, the gamut of high school sports. Baseball, while it's not a high school sanctioned sport in Wyoming, is still a really big deal. If you talk to college recruiters and people interested in recruiting that multi-sport athlete that has many different skills, baseball plays a big role in that.
That is Cody Beers with the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition. Cody, thank you so much for your support. Without you guys, we definitely could not be broadcasting these state tournaments. Anything else before we wrap it up?
Well, just ask the people every time, every ride, when you climb in that vehicle, click that seatbelt. And whether you're going to the store, whether you're going to a baseball game or a tournament clear across the state, be safe and watch out and drive defensively, because this time of year there's a lot of people out there on the road. So let's take care of each other. And
I don't know about you, but every time I go to the grocery store, I'm filled with anxiety. Do I have enough money? Meat prices have doubled. How can I ever work on food storage when I can hardly afford food for this week? Wyoming Wild Meats in Lyman is the solution. Weekly specials are posted on Facebook. Beef, pork, chicken for one meal or a mixed order to fill the freezer. You will find quality Gosner cheese and milk products and delicious bread. Because overhead is low, the savings are passed to every customer. Wyoming Wild Meats, offering fresh domestic meats.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
It's a great time to check out the digital banking options at Trona Valley Federal Credit Union and skip the trip. Members who enroll in digital banking can make deposits remotely, check bank balances, transfer money between accounts, make loan payments, and use automatic bill pay options. You can even connect Quicken or QuickBooks to your Trona Valley digital banking accounts. Learn how digital banking with Trona Valley Federal Credit Union can make your life simpler. Stop in today. Member NCUA.
We welcome you inside the Union broadcast booth as we are almost set to go here in this matchup between Cheyenne versus Cheyenne, the Post Sixers and the Post Hawks. As I'm Aaron Poling, joined today by Jake Nichols. It is time for your Ellingford Brothers Key to the Game. Jake, what do you got for us?
Keys to the game for the Hawks. They got to turn things around. These teams have met 4 times, all 4 victories going to the Sixers by a combined 45-3. So flip the script if you're the Hawks.
And with that, let's meet the Hawks starting lineup as they will hit first. That's Adam Barrington leading off, playing left field. Colin Chryselius will bat second, play short. Kobe Dirks will play right field, batting third. Aiden Frog will DH, batting fourth. Jack Garrett will be first base and batting fifth. Braden Ramirad will catch and bat sixth. Batting seventh is Tyler Hawk. He will play second base. Jacob Romine will play third, batting eighth, and Braden Robbins will play center field, batting ninth. And now let's meet the defensive alignment for the Cheyenne Post Sixers. Behind the plate, it is behind the plate. Nope, that was correct. Behind the plate, it is Anderson. From left to right on the infield is Tafoya, McAnally, Coates, and Swan. In the outfield, from left to right, Romero, Horton, and Williams. As it looks like Adam Barrington is going to stroll to the plate. We are just about set for Game 3 here at the 2023 AA State Tournament, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. As Jake, what has been your impression through 2 games so far of the tournament?
Well, everything going according to seeding, although the first game was close for a majority, but we've seen some really good baseball, seen some very good pitching despite some lopsided games.
On the mound is Peyton Seeley. First pitch of the game is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1, as we are underway. We get this game started a little bit early as we had an hour-and-a-half break between the last game and this one. Seeley into the windup, the 0-1, just off the plate outside, 1-1.
Hawks come in 29-29 overall. Sixers are 55-14. 2 seed against 7 seed.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Just off the plate outside as the umpire lets us know. 2-1. As Barrington bats from the left side. Seeley, the righty, into the windup. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-2. Barrington's going to step out, recompose. 2-2 the count. He's going to work from the deepest part of the left-handed batter's box. 2-2 pitch is a ball as he works it full. 3-2. This has been a pretty good at-bat for Barrington to start the game.
Sixers in their whites trimmed in blue and red. If you're watching the live stream, you know that.
3-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back as that was directly at Jake Nichols. He would have caught that if the net wasn't there. We'll reset full count again as this will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. The 3-2 pitch, line drive into the outfield for a base hit as Barrington battles for a 7-pitch single as he leads off the game with a base knock.
Quality at bat for Barrington. Work the count a long way, get the pitch count up, and then drills one to center. What a start for the Hawks.
That's the type of at bat that can fire up a team.
Definitely. These crosstown rivals, it's the Hawks chasing the Sixers every year. They would love to make some noise here in the state tournament.
Seeley comes set. First pitch to
Crecelius showing bunt, pulls it back.
That's how you say it, Crecelius.
Yeah, only because I saw his parents come in and somebody said, hi, Crecelius's.
It makes it a little easier. That's a tough one.
They just got here. Both these Cheyenne teams travel well. A lot of fans in the stands.
Seeley comes set, holds at the waist. The 1-0 pitch is a strike on the outside corner. 1-1. As Crecelius is going to step out, walk towards his coach, get the sign, emphatically walks back to the box. As he wiggles that bat over his right shoulder, Seeley's going to pick off to first before the 1-1 pitch. Runners back in time as Barrington on first base led the game off with a single. Seeley looks on, gets the sign. The 1-1 as it's bunted. It'll be picked up by the third baseman. Tafoya goes to first to complete the out. Good baseball all around as the Hawks lay down a sacrifice bunt, and the Sixers will take the out on a 5-3 sacrifice bunt.
Good bunt and a good pitch to bunt. Seeley helped Crecelius out, a breaking ball up. That's one of the easier pitches to bunt, and he put it in a perfect spot. So got a runner moved over.
Brings up Cody Beers. He'll be playing right field, bat third. Big opportunity to drive in a run here. As the Hawks could pick up a lot of momentum scoring first.
That would go a long way to jump on this Sixers team, throw a scare into him.
Dirks with an open batting stance, batting from the right side. Rests that bat on his right shoulder. Seeley comes set. The first pitch is a strike right down the middle, 0-1.
Good curve, good break to it.
Dirks will step back in. Runner on second is Barrington. He led off the game with a single. There's one out. He advanced to second on a sacrifice bunt. As the 0-1 is outside, 1-1.
Again, Sixers electing to use the shortstop, McAnally, to hold Barrington close at second. That leaves a hole on the left side of the infield for a right-hander if he could just get around and pull the ball.
Seeley comes set. The 1-1, the breaking ball has slipped out of his hand, nearly catches Dirks on the way through. Instead, it's 2-1. Right back into the box. Seeley looks on. As he continues to look on. Gets the sign, holds at the waist. The 2-1 is swung on and missed, 2-2.
That was the express, and late on it was Dirks.
Dirks will step back in. Seeley. He's taking his time on the mound, working at a methodical pace. As he comes set, Dirks is going to call timeout.
Yeah. He takes a long time getting the sign. It's not so much the freeze out looking at the runner. It's just looking in for the sign. He takes an enormous amount of time.
Wonder if he struggles a little bit seeing fingers as he gets the sign quickly this time. Comes set. As he's going to pick off the second, and they got him.
Got him.
As that is a huge momentum killer as Peyton Seeley picks Barrington off at second base. 2 outs in the inning.
One of the advantages of having the shortstop hold that runner is he's behind you. You can't see them. You need your base coaches to yell behind, behind. I didn't hear that, and neither did poor Barrington.
Into the windup, the 2-2 pitch, and just like that, we are out of the inning as Dirks swings and misses. And you're listening to the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. More after this commercial break.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
At Y-Hi, we are with you is more than just 3 simple words. It encompasses the principles we live by to serve our members and local communities. So if you're looking to keep your banking relationships local with a partner who will always be there for you, look to us. We're Wi-Hi. We're Wyoming. We're with you. Visit yhi.org to learn how you can be a part of something bigger today.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 AA State Tournament, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, as it will be the Post Sixers taking the plate as we'll meet that starting lineup with Mason Tafoya leading off, playing third base, Coulter McAnally at short, batting second. Julian Romero will bat third, playing left field. Corey Williams batting fourth, playing right. Caden Anderson behind the plate will bat fifth. Hayden Swan playing third, batting sixth. Nolan Horton batting eighth. Will bat batting seventh, playing center field. Braden Pearson, the DH, will bat eighth, and Cade Coates will play second base, batting ninth, as Tafoya steps into the box to face Raskanen, as that is fouled straight back. Tafoya first pitch swinging.
Pitching strategies in a week-long tournament. We talked about it earlier in the day. Who do you pitch in what games? You already see what the Sixers think of the Hawks.
As the 0-1's fouled straight back, 0-2.
The Sixers highly touted 6'6" Bradley Feaser, probably the best pitcher in the state, and they're not going to use him in the opening day, saving him for later.
Comes the 0-2 pitch, is high and away, ball one.
Not to take anything away with Seeley, who worked a quiet inning.
Let's meet that defensive alignment for the Hawks as Comerud behind the plate. The 0-2 pitch is a curveball that's belted into right field, sending the right fielder Dirks back, and that's over his head for a leadoff extra base hit as Tafoya hits the bag at first, rounds, and he's going to trot his way into second base with a leadoff double. Let's go ahead and meet the rest of that starting infield, as it's Raskanen, the pitcher, Romine, Creselius, Hawk, and Garrett from left to right, and then Barrington, Robbins, and Dirks from left to right in the outfield, as a double starts this game off, Jake.
That ball had some carry for something hit the other way, and the wind now is shifted, blowing left to right. I wonder if that had something to do with that. Really kept on going.
Brings up Coulter McAnally, playing short, batting second. First pitch, hits him.
Uh-oh. Now you got a base open. Ruskinen, by the way, the pitcher, has worked 43 and a third. That's the second most innings worked. 11 of the games of his 14 appearances have been in starts. He's 2-5 on the season with an ERA of 6.13, a whip of 2.07. He's in early trouble here.
Brings up Julian Romero. He'll bat from the left side, playing left field. Ruskinen comes set. First pitch to Romero, swung on and fouled straight back. 0-1. As if you're the Post Sixers, this is exactly what you want. Early trouble on the base paths. Come out and try to stamp out any hope the Hawks have. As the 0-1 is fouled straight back, 0-2.
Yeah, maybe, there's a feeling maybe the Hawks can give the Sixers trouble if both teams get out of Cheyenne, playing a neutral site, but that remains to be seen. The Hawks have not been much for the Sixers this year, but you never know.
The 0-2 to Romero is fouled straight back, as we'll reset, do the 0-2 again.
Romero did all he could to wait, keep his hands back on that off-speed pitch breaking ball, and just did get a piece.
Steps back in that left-handed batter's box. Ruskinen comes set. The 0-2 again. This one's outside. 1-2. Steps back in. Romero's wasting very little time to get in that box. Ruskinen comes set. Hold to the chest. The 1-2 pitch is a line drive down the first baseline. Foul.
Umpire has a good vantage point right where he is. The ball kicked up chalk, you may have noticed on our live stream, but that's before the bag. And on the bounce, just to the foul side of first. Close.
So that's a good swing there from Romero.
Yeah. Got to be careful if you're Ruskinen. I think Romero has his off-speed stuff figured out now. I would go something hard and away maybe.
The 1-2 is that hard and away fastball, just too far away for a ball. 2-2. Romero back into the box, taps the outside part of the plate and drags his bat across the home plate. Brings it up to his right shoulder. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball back up the middle. That is snagged by the second baseman, Hawk, to second for one. That's all they're going to get, but what a play that was up the middle by Hawk just to get the out.
Beautiful play.
Now that's going to go down as a 4-6 fielder's choice for the first out of the inning.
That was scorched. Still couldn't get two, but to get one, that's something. You still got a double play in order.
Brings up Corey Williams in the cleanup spot. He'll play right field, batting from the left side. Ruskinen checked on Romero at first. The pitch is outside, 1-0.
Well, Romero's got a big lead at first with a runner at third in American Legion ball. That's almost an automatic steal. I'm surprised he didn't go on that one. I think he just wants to see the move of Ruskinen.
Comes set, the 1-0. It's fouled back into the net. Makes that 1-1. Steps out. Resets the helmet. Double taps both sides of the plate. As Ruskinen checks on Romero at first base. He's going to pick off. Romero's back easily.
Yeah, trying to keep him as close as he can for his catcher, Comrade, who has the added disadvantage here of a left-handed hitter, so he can't see the runner when he leaves.
Ruskinen comes set. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Looks like Ruskinen is really trying to work that outside part of the plate to the lefties, and that's where he threw nearly exclusively to Romero.
You're right, yep.
As Romero's on first after the fielder's choice. The 2-1 pitch is outside, 3-1.
Staying away from these left-handers.
Mason Tafoya stands on third. Julian Romero on first. Runners at the corners, one out here in the top of the first inning. The Sixers looking to scratch across that first run of the ball game. They have Corey Williams. The 3-1 count. The pitch, runner goes. It's going to be a ball outside as Williams works a 5-pitch walk. That'll bring up Caden Anderson, the catcher.
Watch the infield, how they play this. Usually you'll see Romine at third, Garrett at first come in to nearly the grass, and they do, and then deep up the middle for the inning-ending double play, hopefully.
Anderson steps into the box, batting from the right side. Ruskinen in the windup. The pitch is over the head of Anderson, nearly got him. Ball one. But that's where Ruskinen has missed the last two batters when he has missed. Into the windup. The 1-0. In the dirt. Great stop behind the plate by Camerod.
Really good stop. Tafoya's taking sort of a running lead with Ruskinen going to the full windup. He's got a long, cumbersome windup, and it gives Tafoya time to run nearly to home.
With 2 O's inside, 3-0.
Uh-oh.
Nowhere to put him. Has to come with a strike here. Take a deep breath, one at a time. Kicks and delivers the 3-0 pitch as a strike right down the middle, 3-1.
Anderson made it look good, but I don't think he had any intent to swing, and now he's ready. 3-1 count, juicy.
The windup, the 3-1 pitch is a ball high as Caden Anderson drives in the first run of the walk. As that'll bring up Hayden Swan. Tafoya started the game with the leadoff double, touches home plate.
Batting is number 14, first baseman, Hayden Swain.
Brings up Swain. Ruskinen into the motion. First pitch is a ball, as Ruskinen cannot believe it.
In 43 innings, he's walked 19, so that's not too bad. Struck out 26. He usually has decent control, by the numbers anyway.
The 1-0 pitch, swing and a ground ball Shortstop Crecilius bounces off of his mitt, and everyone's going to advance 90 feet. They will not get an out on the play as a error drives in a run. 2-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard.
And to me, observing, that's not a bad hop. He got a true hop. That's too much thinking ahead of what are you going to do with it. You're not coming home, but you think you might be able to turn to. There's so much going on in the mind of the shortstop. That's where the error came.
Brings up Nolan Horton. Takes the first pitch strike, 0-1. Comes the 0-1 pitch, is a fly ball towards right field. That is slicing foul as it's out of play. 0-2.
Not a ton of room down the lines in foul territory for these outfielders. You run up against the fence and the bullpen pretty quickly.
That seems to be one of the bigger obstacles. Here comes the 0-2 pitch outside of the backstop as the runner's going to go back as that hit the backstop, came right back to the catcher.
We just talked about not a lot of room in foul territory. That includes behind the plate. This screen pretty close to the dish, and you mentioned it, Aaron. You got to be careful if you're a runner at third base. A ball by the catcher could come right back to him, whether it's off the net or off the wall, padding.
Ruskin into the windup, kicks, delivers the 1-2 pitch outside is a good stop behind the plate by Kamerad.
Real estate, it's such a premium in Jackson. They can't afford a lot of foul territory dirt in Jackson Hole. Costs too much.
2-2 pitch coming up. This is a huge pitch.
Yeah, you got to limit the damage. Stay away from crooked numbers if you're the Hawks. I mean, you can't get in a shootout with these guys.
Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 call to the top of the zone. As that is out number 2 in the inning.
Real good pitch.
Horton strikes out looking. That brings out Braden Pearson as he's the designated hitter in today's contest. 2-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. 2 runs in, home in the inning as we're in the bottom of the first. The Post Sixers lead the Hawks 2-0. As the first pitch is outside and low, ball 1.
Ruskinen would have to feel fortunate to get out of this with just the 2. If he can buckle down here and get Pearson.
Awful lot of pitches thrown in this inning.
Yeah.
Into the windup, the pitch swung on and missed as that evens the count 1-1.
Ruskinen's got good off-speed pitches. He uses them on those lefties. That's the first time he's got a righty swinging and missing.
The motion, the 1-1 is popped up down the right field line. That is slicing. That's going to go out of play. Makes count 1-2. As Pearson's going to have to battle and protect here.
Count in Ruskinen's favor. You got to find your best pitch here. You're not saving anything. This inning could be the difference. Best pitch and throw it hard.
Wind up, the 1-2 pitch is outside, 2-2. Another situation where you don't want to go 3-2 as here comes a 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed as the Hawks dance around some trouble, allowing only 2 runs home in the inning as you listen to the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. More after this commercial break.
I buckle up because there's been too many fatalities around our house where somebody would have survived if they'd been wearing their seatbelt.
I definitely wear my seatbelt to keep him safe. I wear it just for safety.
I buckle up because my mom makes me.
I buckle up to set a good example for my kids and to make sure they stay safe.
Getting home safe to my family.
I buckle up because it keeps me safe. Go Pokes, buckle up!
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Do something good for yourself. Give your home a new look. At Kazine's Furniture in Evanston, their friendly staff will help you make your home a peaceful and beautiful place to be. Comfortable furniture, appliances, artwork, lighting, and accessories work together to create an enjoyable and inviting atmosphere in your home. Make your living and sleeping space a wonderful place to be. With brands like Serta, Ashley, GE, and more, visit Kazine's Furniture at 941 Front Street in Evanston.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast booth as it was time for the Kazine's Ace Fan Cam. The legacy continues. Kazine's Ace. We want to thank all the fans for joining us today as it's a beautiful day for baseball. As this is day one of the 2023 AA State Tournament as it is the two Cheyenne teams, the Cheyenne Hawks and the Cheyenne Post Sixers, battling out here as the Post Sixers have a 2-0 lead on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard as we get the first pitch of the inning is outside for a ball.
It'll be
1-0.
Frog, Garrett, and Camarade for the Hawks here in the top half of the second.
As comes the 1-0 to Frog, swung on, missed. 1-1.
Winner of this team gets the winner of the next game, Gillette Jackson.
Seeley, the windup. The pitch is a strike on the inside third of the plate. 1-2. Seeley working much quicker from the windup than he did the stretch, as a lot of pitchers have shown that is their tendency. The 1-2 swung on and missed. He got him with a breaking ball.
Yeah.
Out number 1.
Took something off it, and Frog way out ahead.
So that brings up Jack Garrett.
I'm sure Seeley, as well as this ace we're talking about, Feeser for the Sixers, benefit from a pitching coach. We'll talk about him in a minute.
The first pitch of the at-bat to Garrett is outside, ball 1.
Feeser is the real deal. Can't wait to see him later. But the pitching coach, Josiah Ward,
as that pitch is high, 2-0.
For these Sixers, Feeser says he owes a lot to Ward to really teach him. He really taught him how to pitch.
Seeley looks in, gets the sign, kicks and deals the 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed, as it looked like Garrett tried to do some damage with that hack. 2-1.
He didn't get cheated, did he?
No, that's exactly what you're supposed to do, the 2-0 swing. If you're going to swing 2-0, you're not trying to hit a ground ball in the hole by the first and second baseman. Here comes a 2-1. Is on the outside corner for strike 2, 2-2. Garrett patiently waiting to step in, does so. Taps the middle of home plate with his bat. 2-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball that's popped up on the right side. Sending the first baseman Swain over as that ball's going to land harmlessly into foul territory. Good hustle there from Swain and Williams.
Yeah, playable, but it would have taken a track star to get there. That's a good job staying on that breaking pitch. That would have had a sharp break to it, and Garrett put a good amount of the barrel on it.
It's behind the count, 2-2. Should make the count even, 2-2. Seeley steps back on the bump. Into the windup, the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and tipped into the mitt for out number 2. Third punch out of the game for Seeley, as that'll bring up Braden Camarade.
Garrett just waved at that. I don't know what it was, but it was naughty.
For the Hawks, catcher Braden Camarade.
Camarade steps in, wiggles that bat over his right shoulder. As Seeley looks on. Wind up, the pitch. There's a ground ball back up the middle as McAnally fields behind the bag, running throw across. That's a great play there by Coulter McAnally for out number 3. As you are watching the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. More from the Union Broadcast booth after this commercial break.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today, 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Welcome back to the Union broadcast booth as we work our way to the bottom of the second inning. The Cheyenne Post Sixers lead the Cheyenne Hawks 2-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Aaron Poling, Jake Nichols coming from you live from Jackson, Wyoming, because it is a beautiful day for baseball, Jake.
Heating up, boy, getting hot out here. Hawks, boy, they wanted to respond to those 2 runs in their half of the second, and when you can't, it's just so mentally, I don't know, you always want to answer. And Cheyenne Sixers put up 2, and if you're the Hawks, you'd love to at least get 1 back right away. And they failed to even get a runner on base, and now you just feel the Sixers starting to tighten their grip. Like, what's the snake that chokes you out?
I believe that would be an anaconda. You would be correct.
Yeah.
It'll be Cade Coates, Mason Tafoya, Coulter McAnally, the 9-1-2 hitters, due up here in the second as the Sixers sent 8 men to the plate in that first inning.
Well, we talked about the dominant organization the Sixers have been. 19 state titles in the last 23 years. I mean, there's barely a year where they're not state champs, and they just seem to be able to reload every season.
Coates will step into the box as he's playing second base in the 9-hole. Ruskin in the windup. Coates squares the bunt, pulls it back. The pitch is outside, ball 1.
Drew the attention of the corner infielders who are both zooming towards home plate.
Into the windup, the 1-0 pitch. It is high, 2-0. We talked about the change in lineup structure with the cleanup hitter not being the typical cleanup hitter. Your 9-hitter now almost acts as a second leadoff hitter as Coates swings and drives one into right center field. The right fielder Dirks moves over to make the play. 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. That brings up Mason Tafoya. He led off the game with a double.
Batting is number 13, third baseman.
Scored a run in the first as well.
Tafoya.
As Ruskinen into the motion, kicks, delivers. First pitch swinging as that is on the ground, deep in the hole.
No chance.
As Krikilius makes the play, Fields fires across, but they're not going to throw Tafoya out as that is an infield single. That's a heck of a play just to get to that ball.
Yeah, just a well-placed ground ball. That's a single 9 times out of 10 unless you got a shortstop who does something insane. But Krikilius had no chance to throw Tafoya out.
Shortstop for the Sixers, number 27, Coulter.
This brings up Coulter McAnally.
He's a big kid.
He's batting second, was hit by a pitch his first time up. First pitch is inside, ball 1.
Oh, boy. I'm with you, Ruskinen. Where was that?
As McAnally steps back in. Tafoya gets his lead off as Ruskinen's going to step off. As Tafoya kind of lunged towards second base there.
Yeah,
this could be a balk.
Yeah, he did make the offer to throw without throwing and didn't break contact with a rubber, I imagine. I didn't really see it, but a balk. So Tafoya's at second, right where he wanted to be.
Puts a runner in scoring position for Coulter McAnally. 1-0 the count. Ruskinen comes set. The pitch as the runner goes. It's outside. The throw is not in time as Romero steals third base.
Yeah, caught Ruskinen sleeping. Tafoya, and a lot of times after a balk, you know, it's in the pitcher's head. You take advantage of him losing focus a little, and Tafoya was off and running.
Tafoya on third. 2-0 the count to McAnally. Ruskinen in the windup. The pitch, swing and a foul straight back. 2-1 the count. As Tafoya stands on third. He reached on an infield single, 1 out in the inning. As Ruskinen delivers the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball into right center field. That is going to be caught by Dirks as Tafoya tags. He's going to score. Great baseball there. That's a good team at bat there from Colter McAnally. He's able to drive in the run. 3-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. The Sixers on top.
Ball was hit pretty well by McAnally, but Dirks with his second put out of the inning was able to get to it. Hung up a little bit. You're not going to throw Tafoya out in a mound visit here for the Hawks.
As Julian Romero is due up. As we're going to get a pitching change. And with that, you're listening to the 2023 Wyoming AA State Tournament, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When you get to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. Best Western Dunmar Inn, Evanston.
I'm Officer Kevin Malatesta, Public Information Officer for the Cheyenne Police Department. Cheyenne Police Department for the May mobilization is really looking for people who aren't seatbelted in their cars. It's a secondary violation in Wyoming, but as we make traffic stops for speeding, cell phones, whatever it may be, we're going to be looking to make sure that people have their seatbelts on. As we've gone over, seatbelts do save lives, and way too many people in Wyoming aren't wearing them. We want to make sure that people get home, get home safely, get to see their families again. So if they're involved in a car accident and that seatbelt is on, there's a much higher likelihood of that person making it through that accident, making it through without injuries even. When we have crashes without seatbelts, the consequences are much more severe.
The strategic plan for Una County School District Number 4 states, through collaboration with the entire learning community, our mission is to instill problem-solving skills in our students that will translate to a rapidly changing global environment. We work to accomplish this by constantly improving student achievement, improving student academic and behavioral skills with a district that operates efficiently and effectively. Uinta County School District Number 4, excellence in teaching, opportunity through learning.
Early mornings, tired muscles, pride, and grit. At Varsity Inc., we know how much work goes into building competitive teams. We work hard providing the gear you need to celebrate the teams you love. Be your athlete's biggest fan in apparel from Varsity Inc. Come in today, 926 Main Street, Evanston.
Welcome back to the broadcast booth as Peyton Westy, the new pitcher, retires Romero on a pop-out to short. Listen to 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back with the top of the Uinta Division third inning after this.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Colter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Trust, hard work, and experience is what you'll find at Brian's Muffler Shop in Evanston. Quality work at a great price. Brian's Muffler is the perfect fit for oil changes, stock and performance mufflers, and Anderson hitches and accessories. Call Brian's Muffler today, 789-7021.
Dad, I heard that human eyes can distinguish between 1 to 10 million different colors. Is that true?
That is true. The human eye is amazing. We use our eyes not only to work and learn, but also to simply enjoy the beauty that surrounds us. At Uinta Eye and Vision, we care about each individual's eye health needs. Whether a person is looking for computer glasses, polarized sunglasses to assist in outdoor hobbies, contact lenses, or has general eye health needs, we are here to listen to our patients' thoughts and concerns to help them enjoy their amazing eyes.
Call today to schedule an appointment. 789-3937.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast Booth in the middle of the 2023 AA State Tournament, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com, as it will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Hawks. It'll be Hawk, Romine, Robbins for the aforementioned Post 6 Hawks.
Top of the third inning. The Hawks are up to bat.
As it is Kyler
Number
Hawk.
14, second baseman, Kyler Hawk.
He'll lead off the inning against Seeley. Into the windup. First pitch of the inning is a fastball dotted on the outer black, 0-1.
Seeley throws pretty hard.
He's into the windup. The 0-1 pitch. Just off the plate outside. 1-1. So again, Seeley trying to see how much of the outside corner he can get.
Yeah.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch.
Oh.
Off speed, swung on and missed. 1-2.
Threw him a crooked one. Good time for that.
Into the motion, the 1-2 is that crooked one on the outside corner for a strike 3 called. First out of the inning on a strikeout with 1 down in the top of the UN's Iron Vision third inning.
If you're doing pitcher jockeying, saving arms, using arms, whatever you're doing, Sixers feel good using their number 2 or number 3 man Seeley, saving Feezer. And meanwhile, for the Hawks,
as Seeley hits the outside corner,
they
0-1.
They removed their starter with under 45 pitches, so he'll be available sooner. And Weltby, we'll see how long he goes.
The 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball. They appeal to first, and he goes.
Yeah, I think he went.
4 strikeouts already for Peyton Seeley, as he's ahead in the count looking for number 5, and he misses high with the breaking ball, 1-2. Jacob Romine, the third baseman's batting. Steps back into the box as Seeley into the motion, the 1-2 pitch. Misses just high, 2-2. Romine steps back in. Seeley back to the bump, working at a rapid pace, the 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to the second baseman, Coates. Moves over to his left field, fires it to first to complete the out. That is out number 2 in the UN's Iron Vision third inning, and I'll bring up Broden Robbins.
It's a nice play by Coates. He let the ball play him a little bit, and he got a real in-between short hop when he could have, I thought, charged it and picked up that big juicy hop, but he did it the hard way. It works.
Robbins will bat from the left side. Seeley kicks and delivers. The first pitch of the at-bat is high, ball 1. Seeley gets the ball back on the hill, not wasting very much time, delivers. The 1-0 is a breaking ball in the dirt. That was nasty. Good stop behind the plate from Anderson.
Yeah, not a comfortable swing from Robbins. That fooled him.
Kicks and delivers, the 1-1. Swing and a chopper on the ground. First baseman Swain picks it up, flips it over to first with Seeley covering. Little pitcher fielding practice there as he bananas across the base path to get the out. That'll go 3-1 on the ground out as you are listening to a 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. More from the Union Broadcast booth after this.
I'm Kendall Roberts with the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition. Whether your car is a classic car or a new one, buckle up every time. Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When you have an appointment with the dentist, it's reassuring to know that you're going to be seen by experienced, well-trained professionals. At Bear River Dental in Evanston, Dr. Lester, Dr. Owens, and Dr. Welch check every box. Plus, they're really nice people. Their passion to provide excellent dental care is reflected in everything from state-of-the-art equipment to professional, hard-working staff. Choose the professionals at Bear River Dental, serving patients of all ages. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Wyoming AA State Tournament, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. We want to thank everyone for joining us as we head to the bottom of the Uinta Iron Vision third inning, where our vision is to improve yours. Due up for the post Sixers will be Williams, Anderson, and Swain, as it'll be the 3-4-5 hitters.
Welpe, that pitcher now for the Hawks, struggles with his command. I wanted to mention it last inning, but he was in there for just so short before they ended the inning. He's given up 26 walks in nearly as many innings, almost a walk an inning.
I was going to say, Westby didn't start with a command there. He got the out in 2 pitches.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what he does with a clean slate.
Yep.
As he will face Corey Williams to lead off, who walked his first time up. 3-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. The post Sixers on top of the Hawks, 3-0.
Post 6 throws a few lefties at you, don't they? They have like 3 in the lineup? At least 2.
West becomes set. First pitch of the inning is in the air as that one gets away from him as it's high, ball 1. As that comes straight to the backstop, 1-0. So Westby steps back in. Williams in the left-handed batter's box. Kicks, delivers the 1-0 pitch. That's high as well, 2-0.
Good job by Comrade to try to frame it for him. He did what he could to make that ball look lower, but couldn't sell the ump on it.
2-0 the count as Williams steps back in, wiggles that bat over his left shoulder. The pitch. Swing and a pop-up on the right side of the infield. Second baseman Hawk calls for it, makes the play for out number 1.
Can of corn, Aaron. You could have caught that.
Ooh, I don't know about that. That'll bring up Caden Anderson. He drew a walk the first time up as well. So he'll bat from the right side. So we're going to get a little conference on the mound between Camerad and Westby.
I'm wondering if the idea for the Hawks is show a new pitcher every time around. They really hooked the starter early. I think they were trying to stay under 45 pitches. They may also, once you flip the lineup and batters get that second look at you, sometimes you want to just keep changing pitchers every 2 innings. That's a strategy anyway.
Westby comes set. Holds it to waste. First pitch of the at-bat is high to Caden Anderson, ball 1. Anderson on catching duties today, as he holds that bat out in front of his right shoulder. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and popped up, out of play. 1-1.
Real quiet hands from Anderson. Also, you see where he holds that bat if you're watching us on the live stream. And a lot of times hitters will then cock their hands back as the pitcher's pitching. He keeps them right there, real quiet until he swings.
Comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and hit on the ground down the third baseline, foul, 1-2. As Anderson in a 1-2 hole. Westby's out in front. He's going to try to force Anderson to hit his pitch, the one he wants. As Anderson lifts the bat off his shoulder, Westby comes set, holds it to waist, deals the 1-2 pitch. Is a breaking ball. It's a great take right there from Anderson.
Yeah, I would have swung at it. It looked good for 60 feet until it didn't.
Westby comes set. Holds it to waist. 2-2 pitch. Outside as Anderson's worked to count full, 3-2.
Another good take. Now you got to be ready.
Hayden Swain on deck. Followed by Horton in the hole. payoff pitch. It's popped up into shallow center field. Robbins comes in, makes the play. 2 down in the inning.
Yeah, that ball hung up there a long time, and center fielder Robbins took his time getting there. I thought it would die quicker, but nice job to battle in that at bat by Westby, not to give up through a 3-2 curveball.
Brings up Swain. He's got an RBI to his name, drew an RBI walk in the first to drive home. Second run. First pitch of the at-bat is swung on and hit lifted in the air. That is deep to center field, sending Robbins back to the track. He looks up, and that ball is gone. He crushed that thing over the Green Giant out in center field. What a shot there from Hayden Swain. That puts the Sixers up 4-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard.
Deepest part of the park, as you mentioned, Aaron. And in addition, you're not clearing a 6-foot wall or an 8-foot wall. That's the monster. That was a legit shot. Wow.
Brings up Nolan Horton, who's going to have to follow that up. Good luck, as that ball was crushed.
He got all of it. Just when you thought you're the Hawks, you maybe get out of 3 innings with just the 3-0 lead, and Sixers add one. Tough.
Number 6, the center fielder for the Sixers, Nolan Horton.
Brings up Horton. 0 for 1 with a punch-out. First pitch of the at-bat. Swinging a line drive right at the third baseman, Romine, who snags it for out number 3. That'll do it for us in the Uinta Iron Vision third inning as you listen to the 2023 AA State Tournament, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. More after this.
Dad, I heard that human eyes can distinguish between 1 to 10 million different colors. Is that true?
That is true. The human eye is amazing. We use our eyes not only to work and learn, but also to simply enjoy the beauty that surrounds us. At Uinta Eye and Vision, we care about each individual's eye health needs. Whether a person is looking for computer glasses, polarized sunglasses to assist in outdoor hobbies, contact lenses, or has general eye health needs, we are here to listen to our patients' thoughts and concerns to help them enjoy their amazing eyes.
Call today to schedule an appointment. 789-3937.
With 25 years of successful industry experience, Mountain West Business Solutions looks forward to providing all of our customers with exceptional service, industry-leading technology, and a one-of-a-kind buying experience. Having your office equipped with the right technology makes all the difference in the world. With a lower cost per print, we will supply you with the right technology for the best price. Great people, great products, and great service. Mountain West Business Solutions, 133 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast Booth in the middle of in the middle of the 2023 AA State Tournament, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. As Adam Barrington takes a strike as he singled in the first inning, was picked off of second base as the 0-1 is low, 1-1.
Barrington, Crecilius, Dirks, 1, 2, 3 in the order as we move to the fourth.
As Peyton Seeley has faced the minimum through 3. Kicks, delivers the 1-1, is a swing and a miss, 1-2. I think that pick off of second, Jake, really kind of set the tone for Seeley in this outing, as since then he has really settled in.
Yeah, it took the air out of the Hawks a little bit.
The 1-2 pitch is high, 2-2.
And it gave the Sixers just that glimmer. They don't need much. I mean, Cheyenne Sixers already assume the door is wide open, but when they see a crack, they're going to kick it open. That was the crack.
Seeley kicks, delivers the 2-2 pitch. It is low as Barrington has worked a full count as he did in the first inning.
Pitch count's crucial because pitching management crucial. Every manager in this tournament has got to play every day. They got to make sure they have enough arms.
Here comes the payoff pitch, is swung on and fouled down the line, as we'll do it again, as this will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Remember what happened last time on the 7th pitch of the at-bat? Barrington singled.
Horton in center has Barrington shaded well opposite side.
This time on the 7th pitch of the at-bat, he strikes out swinging for out number 1.
I mean, they are assuming nobody's going to get around on Seeley. He's a hard thrower, but he does throw off-speed stuff, and is this going to be one of those pitch count changes? There's no reason to make a visit. It will be.
As that 6th strikeout of the game will do it for us. Excuse me, we'll do it for Seeley, as we're going to get a pitching change. When we come back, we'll introduce you to the new pitcher. Listen to the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy. I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast Booth. In the middle of 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com is Marcus George will be the new pitcher for the Post Sixers.
Tall right-hander, and again, Seeley throwing a great game, but with a 4-0 lead at the 45 pitch count, the decision made to save him for later in the week.
As that last batter, he faced 11 batters and collected 11 outs. As after the hit by Barrington to lead off the game, he retired 9 in a row, including picking Barrington off in that stretch. As this will bring up Colin Crecelius. First pitch, swing and a line drive into right center field. That sends the center fielder Horton over, who makes the catch on the run. A fine running catch at that for out number 2.
Yeah, Horton had him shaded just a bit to the opposite field. We said his center fielder Horton does not play hitters to pull for the most part, figuring his pitchers are overpowering, and he was right that time.
Brings up Kobe Dirks. Bat from the right side. First pitch strike from George, 0-1.
Kobe Dirks is the batter.
Dirks steps back in. Very open stance for Dirks. Rests that bat on his right shoulder. George to wind up the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him with a pitch below the knees, 0-2.
Good movement on that ball. From who is this, George?
As George is wasting very little time. The 0-2.
Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Gets him on 3 pitches as you are listening to the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. More from the Union Broadcast booth after this.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy. I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast Booth in the middle of the 2023 AA State Tournament. Brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com as we move our way to the bottom of the fourth inning. 4-0 post Sixers on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard as Westby goes back to work for his second full inning of work.
Sixers doing their part to ensure they get that matchup with Sheridan at some point. Those two teams want each other. You can feel it. Troopers victorious earlier today, and Cheyenne heading to a collision course later in the week.
As the 2-3 matchup, we could get Cheyenne versus Gillette, the post Sixers versus the Rough Riders on day 2.
Oh, that'd be a heck of a game.
And that could happen tomorrow here on mylocalradio.com. Stay tuned in to find out. As due up for the post Sixers is Braden Pearson, Cade Coates, and then Mason Tafoya, the 8-9-1 hitters. As Pearson, the DH, steps in, struck out his first time up. First pitch from Westby is a breaking ball low. They called it a strike. I imagine it was on the swing, 0-1.
Yeah, it didn't even appeal. I think he did go.
Pearson steps back in. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball outside, 1-1. Four nothing on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning in Game 3 of our quadruple header. Thank you for joining us. I'm Aaron Poling, joined by Jake Nichols. As here comes the 1-1. It is high for a ball, 2-1. Pearson steps out, 2-1 the count. Steps back in, he taps the plate with a bat. So Westby looks in, gets the sign. He comes set, holds at the waist. Kicks and deals the 2-1 pitch, which is fouled away, 2-2.
And he put a little extra on that fastball. That might have been his hardest pitch of the afternoon. That had some zip on it.
Pearson will have to protect, 2-2 to count. Into the motion. The pitch. Swung on and missed. It gets by the catcher, Camarade. Picks it up, calmly fires down to first to complete the strikeout for out number 1.
You wonder about pitchers' pregame routines, and I'm watching Wiley Wilkes for the Jackson Giants. From what I understand of Coach Huggins, he'll start this game coming up in a little bit, and he's not like alone by himself or in a. He's in the bleachers in the sun with his family, like just roasting the sun. That's how he prepares for a game.
Brings up Cade Coates, batting from the right side. Squares the bunt. He's going to drop it down the third base line. That'll roll foul as Romine came charging. That's not a bad idea from Coates.
Yeah, I think they caught Romine playing pretty deep at third. You know, they call it the hot corner, and you don't want to get too close to a right-handed pull hitter. So a bunt, good idea.
Coates steps back in, behind the count, 0-1. As Westby's done a really good job since he's come into the game. Kicks and deals the 0-1. Breaking ball in the outside corner, 0-2.
Nice pitch. Now you're in the head of Coates.
You know,
can throw anything you want here.
He's ahead 0-2. Outside of the solo home run, the Sixers haven't really amounted to much off of Westby. The windup, the pitch, swinging a line drive down the right field line. That is slicing just foul.
Boy, that was close.
That was only foul by a couple of feet. 0-2. That's a great swing there from Coates.
Yeah, 0-2. I mean, he's just protecting, not trying to do a lot.
There's something to me about a kid that can go to the right side that I really, really enjoy.
Yeah, with authority. I mean, that ball was hit hard. That's a double if it 2 feet to the left.
The 0-2 to Coates. Up and in. With a little chin music, 1-2.
I'm surprised we haven't seen more of that because it must be a trend in today's game I'm not aware of, but these hitters crowd the plate like I've never seen. They don't use the 2 feet of the batter's box behind them is untouched.
As Westby comes set, holds at the waist. Kicks and delivers the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him with a breaking ball. 2 straight strikeouts to start the bottom of the 4th inning. That'll bring up Mason Tafoya. He doubled in the first, had an infield single in the second, has scored both times, as his speed has really been on display here today.
It's a good pitch by Welpe. Yeah, he has looked good other than that home run. And at least that was fun. Welpe doesn't think so.
Westby comes set.
Westby.
First pitch of the at-bat to Tafoya is a ball just a bit high, 1-0.
I mean, 4-0 against the Sixers in the 4th. That's not bad if you're the Hawks. You got to feel you're there.
No, they play this way against a couple of teams. They're probably going to win some ball games here in the tournament. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball in the inside corner.
Yeah, I want to see him go there more often. The way these guys get on that plate, you can't hit that ball if you're Tafoya. That's 2 in on your hands.
Westby comes set. Kicks and delivers the 1-1 pitch is inside. That nearly gets Tafoya, but he spins out of the way just in time.
Yeah,
2-1.
It almost hit Tafoya, but it's not a bad pitch. It missed the inside corner by 2 inches. Just shows you Tafoya is just leaning out over the dish.
Yeah, that front toe is on where the inside part of that batter's box is. They cleaned that batter's box out, too, just to get closer to the plate.
You've got to work him inside, a hitter like this.
2-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive down the third base line. Fouls. That is a hard strike, 2-2.
Yeah, Tafoya's eyes lit up when he saw that pitch as Westby left it up in the zone.
Takes his time getting back on the mound. Works at a little more methodical pace than we've seen throughout the day. Kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses outside as that runs the count full, 3-2. 3-2, 2 outs. Nobody on as Westby.
1 pitch away from giving his mates a chance to cut this lead a little. Can he do it?
Working from the first base side of the rubber. 3-2 pitch is a fly ball into shallow center field. Robbins comes in as he makes the play as Westby gets him in order. You're listening to the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. More from the Union Broadcast booth after this.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Do you want to further your education? Are you thinking of attending college? You can start now here in Evanston. Western Evanston Outreach provides students with a low-cost alternative to leaving town. Western offers a variety of degrees including nursing, BAS, and our brand new cybersecurity. Also offering a variety of certificate programs that can be completed all right here in Evanston. Western Evanston Outreach, we are your local community college.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast booth in the middle of First Bank of Wyoming, in the middle of the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming as George's first pitch swinging a line drive down the third base line, foul, 0-1.
I like the idea of jumping on that first pitch. This guy's been right down the middle with every first pitch. I forget now.
This is
Marcus George. Yeah.
George to the mound for his first full inning of work. As that pitch is low, that's smothered behind the plate by Anderson, 1-1.
Note to the Hawks, if you get runners on, I'd be careful about stealing. Anderson on his throwdowns has shown some arm.
The 1-1 swung on and fouled to the right side, 1-2. Looked like Aiden Frog, who's in the batter's box, was so far out in front of that ball, he hit it to the right side.
Off the end of the bat, yeah.
As George rests that right cheek on his glove and before he starts the windup, as Frog is going to step out and call time, serving as a designated hitter in today's contest. George into the windup. The 1-2 pitch is just off the plate outside, 2-2. As Frog steps back in. George back on the bump. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss as he got him with a fastball above the zone for out number 1.
You don't want it up there. Not a spot for the hitter. Good pitch by George. High and hard.
Number 20 for the Hawks. First baseman, Jack Garrett.
Brings up the first baseman, Jack Garrett.
Whiffed his last at bat. Has not seen George.
First pitch swinging is a fastball. He blows it by him, 0-1.
Yeah, big swing from Garrett, but came up empty.
Trying to put a dent in that lead as George.
Or a dent in the center field wall.
Kicks and delivers the 0-2 pitch. Excuse me, the 0-1 pitch on the outside corner, 0-2. Into the windup, the 0-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball that just misses.
Almost got him.
As Garrett did a little bit of a lean like he was walking back towards the plate. I think he expected that one. It was called a ball, therefore 1-2. George wastes very little time, kicks, delivers. That one's in the dirt. It's going to skip away from Anderson. No harm, no foul with nobody on. 2-2 the count.
Sixers just so workmanlike. I mean, nothing flashy in this game. Not that they can't be flashy and put up some gaudy numbers, but they're a machine, and they have been for a while. They just don't make mistakes. They keep coming, keep squeezing you like that anaconda, Aaron.
It's George into the windup, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets him with a fastball at the letters for out number 2.
George strikes him out. Out number 2.
So brings up Braden Camarade. As since that leadoff single, nothing for the Hawks as
yeah. I think that got Seeley mad. Gave up a leadoff single, and then boy, did he bear down.
First pitch to Camarade is a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. So George back to the rubber, working at a very rapid pace. The pitch, swinging a foul down the first base line as he was late on that one off of the dugout, 0-2.
George thrown 15 pitches, 11 strikes. He's been around the plate.
Into the windup, the 0-2 pitch is a breaking ball that stays just high. Had Camarade jackknifing out of the way, 1-2.
Yeah, had a lot of break to it, but not enough downward action to get it in the strike zone.
Into the motion, kicks, delivers the 1-2 pitch, is a fastball above the zone, 2-2.
Good take.
Camarade steps back to the plate. Into the windup, that 2-2 pitch. Swung on and popped up to the right side. Coates moves over to his left as he makes the play for out number 3 as the Hawks go 3 up, 3 down in the inning. You're listening to the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. More from the broadcast booth after this.
Water testing, community enhancement grants, seedling trees and wildflowers, classroom lessons and specialty workshops, composting and conservation of water and soil. The Uintah County Conservation District is here to serve Uintah County residents. Visit our website today, uintahcountycd.com.
I buckle up because there's been too many fatalities around our house where somebody would have survived if they'd been wearing their seatbelt.
I definitely wear my seatbelt to keep him safe.
I wear it just for safety.
I buckle up because my mom makes me.
I buckle up to set a good example for my kids and to make sure they stay safe.
Getting home safe to my family.
I buckle up because it keeps me safe. Go Pups, buckle up!
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Welcome back to the Union broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 AA State Tournament, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. As Westby back to the mound, and he has been very good outside of a solo home run by Hayden Swain. He has really done well for the Hawks.
Yes, Swain jumped his train, just kind of guessing first pitch. Fastball up, got it, and blew it out of here. But other than that, yeah, Westby's been really good.
He crushed it over the tallest part of the green monster out in center field, as that ball was absolutely smoked.
Been some great baseball today. Game 3 of 4. We'll do it again tomorrow, 4 more. So come on down if you have a chance, if you're in the Jackson area. Jackson hosting the AA tournament. It's been a while since they've done that. I think the 90s, right? It's been a long time.
It's a beautiful facility here in Jackson, as this is my first time ever being here. As Coulter McAnally will lead off for the Post Sixers.
Smooth feeling shortstop. It's got to be 6'2".
Westby delivers. First pitch is outside for a ball, ball 1. McAnally was hit by a pitch and then drove in a run on the sacrifice fly. It's Westby. Comes set. Kicks and delivers. A fastball high, 2-0.
Yeah, I said when he took the hill that he was the one pitcher on the Hawks team that struggles the most with his control. He hasn't shown us that. Only, well, glimpses of not being around the plate.
As Westby comes set. 2-0 pitch. It's a breaking ball that McAnally lays off. 3-0.
Couldn't get it. Yeah, he will throw that breaking ball behind in the count, as will, I guess, every pitcher we've seen. They're fearless. We've seen a lot of 2-0, 3-0 curveballs. It's amazing.
3-0 pitch is a ball high, as I think McAnally thought that was a strike, or wanted it to be a strike so he could swing the bat.
I mentioned how tall he is, and that pitch wasn't super high. It seemed like Barons was getting that in game 1. But, yeah, leadoff walks, troublesome.
Left fielder Julian Romero.
So they'll bring up Romero. He'll bat from the left side, runner on first. Nobody out. Doesn't feel like there's been a lot of base runners recently, as McAnally gets his lead off first. Romero wiggles that bat above his left shoulder. The pitch is high, ball 1. As Romero steps back into the box, taps both sides of the plate, as it is the bottom of the 5th inning, 4-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. As Romero, the pitch, McAnally goes, the throw down is not in time, as McAnally has himself a stolen base.
Decent throw by Kamara, but McAnally got a good jump. I was watching that, and he was leaning, and he got a real good break on the Westby pitch. He's got a good read on him right now. Westby will really have to watch him here at second as well.
1-1 the count, as the last pitch was called a strike. Nobody out in the inning, runner on second. After McAnally walked and then stole second base. As the pitch is a drive.
It's got some carry.
Into deep right center field, as that is a terrific running play by Robbins. McAnally tags, and he's going to touch third base, as that is a sacrifice fly for Romero.
We've seen a lot of good center field play this afternoon from a lot of teams. Nice play by Robbins. He had to go a long way for that.
brings up Corey Williams. He'll bat from the left side as well. As Westby comes set. First pitch of the at-bat is high to the backstop. That's going to spring right off that net, right back to the catcher, Camerad, as McAnally will be forced to stay at third.
Yeah, Westby somehow he's only walked the one, but in 37 pitches, only 19 have been strikes. He's getting towards that 45 pitch count.
Comes set. Holding at the waist, kicks and delivers the 1-0 pitch. And that's popped up
sky high.
The second baseman, Hawk, is underneath it as he makes the play as the Hawks record an out without giving up a run with that runner on third. It's a great job there by Westby inducing the pop-up for out number 2.
Westby with a Houdini act so far. He's puts himself in deep water and somehow gets out of it. What a magician.
This brings up Caden Anderson. Hayden Swain on deck. I would imagine Westby's going to want to get Anderson here, as I don't think he wants to see Swain with runners on base after what he did last time. Westby comes set. First pitch of the at-bat is a strike on the inside corner.
I like that pitch, yeah. Hard in. If these guys want to crowd the plate, challenge them to get around on that. Bet they can't, and if they can, they can't keep it fair.
As Westby comes set. Kicks, deals the 0-1 pitch in the dirt. That's a great stop behind the plate by Camerad.
Big stop. And to be fair, Anderson does not crowd the plate like some of his teammates. He's kind of off the dish a little and with an open stance.
Westby adjusts his cap. Steps back on the mound, working from that first base side of the rubber. He holds at the waist. The 1-1 pitch is high, ball 2. The outfield's playing deep as they're going to try to keep everything in front of them. 2 outs in the inning, 2 on the count. McAnally on third. As he led off the inning with a walk, stole second, advanced on a sacrifice fly, and is still there, the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and popped into the back screen.
Another
Foul
good
ball.
pitch. Hard in on the hands. I like that pitch. Well, this Westby just keeps coming back from the brink of ruin. What a battler. I mean, he's holding it quiet. The Sixers bats 4 runs through 5. That is not bad.
As Westby steps off the mound. Actually, only one of those runs, a solo home run, was charged to him.
Yeah.
So I thought he's done a tremendous job. Not out of the woods yet, though. As Caden Anderson steps back in. The 2-2 pitch is a breaking ball off the plate away. Anderson lays off 3-2 as he laid off one similar in his last at-bat.
If Westby can't get Anderson, it may be his last hitter he'll face. They have action of the pen ready to go, and he's about at 45 pitches.
Comes set. The 3-2 pitch is in the dirt as he lost him. As he looks over to his dugout, and I think he made eye contact with his manager. He shook his head, and it looks like that'll probably do it for Westby. And if it does, man, what a phenomenal job against a very, very good team.
Kid was really good.
1 run on the solo home run, but I mean, at that point, you kind of tip your cap to a kid when he crushes a ball like that.
No.
As that'll do it for Westby. As you're listening to the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. We are going to go to a commercial break. We'll introduce you to the new pitcher after this.
Water testing, community enhancement grants, seedling trees and wildflowers, classroom lessons and specialty workshops, composting and conservation of water and soil. The Uintah County Conservation District is here to serve Uintah County residents. Visit our website today, uintahcountycd.com.
I buckle up because there's been too many fatalities around our house where somebody would have survived if they'd been wearing their seatbelt.
I definitely wear my seatbelt to keep him safe. I wear it just for safety.
I buckle up because my mom makes me.
I buckle up to set a good example for my kids and to make sure they stay safe.
Getting home safe to my family. I buckle up because it keeps me safe. Go Pups, buckle up!
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast Booth in the middle of the 2023 AA State Tournament, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. As the new pitcher on the mound is number 8, Sam. Looks like
Melchor is what the PA announcer said.
Oh, well, Melchor, as I'm trying to read off the starting lineup graphic we got earlier. And the pencil on the yellow in the scratch handwriting makes it a little harder to read. 4-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Runners on the corners for the Hawks with 2 down in the inning, as Melcher will inherit a jam with Hayden Swain due up. And if you remember last time up, he is 1 for 1 in the contest, drew a walk his first time up, but he had the big solo blast in the 3rd inning as he cleared that green monster out in center field with an absolute missile.
Melcher's impressive in limited work, 18 2/3, struck out 23, so averaging more than a strikeout an inning. He's 1 2 on the season, all in relief.
First pitch swinging on the ground in that hole. Takes a hop over the head of the shortstop, as that is a tough break for the Hawks. That run's going to come in to score in McAnally. They'll go to 3rd to keep it runners on 1st and 2nd. Nobody out, but the Hawks break through as Swain picks up another RBI in the RBI single.
Well, as anybody who's ever dug a post hole knows, it's the Rocky Mountain region. I don't know what that hit, but it wasn't dirt. What a hop that took.
That'll bring up Nolan Horton, 0 for 2 in the contest, lined out his last time up, struck out in the first. First pitch to him is high, ball 1. A little bit of a funky arm slot here.
Yeah, and a release. It's almost like the ball's on fire and he wants to get it out of his hand. He's got a funny release, funny arm.
As that pitch is popped up.
Somebody.
On the left side of the infield. Third baseman Romine moves over, puts that one away for out number 3 in the inning, but not before. Post 6 puts up one more run, 5-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard as we move to the top of the 6th inning. You're listening to the 2023 AA State Tournament, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com.
Red Devil pride runs deep with the team at Callis Automotive. Today's students are tomorrow's leaders. You'll always find quality products at fair prices at Callis Automotive. We're proud to serve our customers, our community, and our Evanston Red Devils. Stop in today. Callis Automotive, your local Napa dealer.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Get a degree or certification. Earn your high school GED. Get job skills. Become CPR certified. Or use our free 3D printers and tools. These are just a few of the opportunities available at Uinta BOCES number 1. Call 307-789-5742 to learn more.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast Booth in the middle of the 2023 AA State Tournament, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, as the Sixers lead the Hawks 5-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. And Jake, I think if you came into this one and told me it'd be 5-0 heading into the 6th inning, I don't think a lot of people would have thought that. I think people would have thought that the Sixers would have rolled the Hawks, but the Hawks are putting up a fight.
Yeah, and if you weren't watching the scoreboard, it has a feel of like a 2-0 game, like the Hawks are in it. It's just the Hawks just have not been able to mount much of offense at all.
In fact, since the first batter of the game, they haven't done anything offensively, as they've been shut down by a very good post-6 staff.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Cheyenne Hawks pitching to keep the post-6 under control, kind of. And And of course, the Sixers pitching's been pretty darn good, too.
As a 1-0 to George, misses inside, 2-0.
Notice the catcher, Anderson, hooked up to comms. He is receiving info in his ear, I assume from the dugout, on what to instruct the pitcher to pitch.
As Marcus George kicks, delivers a 2-0. That is fouled down the first base line. 2-1 the count.
Of course, a Major League Baseball catcher and pitcher can talk via what pitch they want by comms, but this is between the catcher and the dugout.
The 2-1 is high. 3-1 is the pitch comms, a new invention of the major leagues to try to speed the game along with the pitch clock. They tried it last year to see if they could get the game moving quicker, as George is behind 3-1 in the count to Kyler Hawk. Struck out his first time up as he draws a walk.
That's what they needed. That works. Base runners.
Brings up number 44.
Got 2 innings to erase a 5-0 deficit.
That breaks a streak of 14 in a row set down by post-6 pitching. Brings up Jacob Romine. Grounded out to the second baseman his first time up. As George working from the stretch for the first time. Close stance. Holds at the waist. First pitch to the at-bat is a strike on the outside corner down at the knees, 0-1.
Well, unless George can move his feet quickly, he doesn't position his feet to be able to throw over to first very fast. We'll see. He's going to try one before he gets set. I used to love to do that as a pitcher. My favorite time to throw over was in the middle of your motion as you come to the belt, but before you're even there. And people think it's a balk, but it's not.
As George comes set, the 0-1 swung on and fouled straight back, 0-2.
You see where George puts his left foot so far pointed to third, it'd be difficult to believe that he could spin out of that and make a fast throw to first.
As a hitter, you'd call that a closed stance, right?
Yes, he's very closed to the plate and closed, obviously, to the base runner at first. Just don't think he can spin around. Watch where he sets his left foot when he comes to the belt.
But I think that hides the ball really well as a pitcher.
Yeah.
As Romine in the box, the 0-2 swung on and missed. Good morning, good afternoon, good night on 3 pitches.
Meanwhile, none of that stuff matters if you're Marcus George and you're going to strike guys out. Who cares about the base runner, right?
Marcus George strikes him out for out number 1.
George says, I don't care where I put my feet. I'm going to whiff this guy in 3.
Brings up Robbins.
He's looked good in center. Another good center fielder.
Grounded out to the first baseman his first time up. As that's the one thing about this angle right here that I really like is you can kind of see how well the pitcher hides the ball too. As George, I think, does a phenomenal job as that pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. And by hiding the ball, that fastball, say someone throws 75, that fastball almost looks 80 if you can't see it until the very last second.
Yeah, you don't pick it up till too late, even if you've got a neon orange bat.
This is Marcus George comes set. Checks that runner at first base. The 0-1 pitch. It's a ball outside, 1-1. As the runner on first is Kyler Hawk. He walked to lead off the inning. As George holds at the waist. The 1-1 pitch. He squares the bunt, pulls it back, strike the pick off to first.
They got him. Oh,
is
boy.
Not in time as Hawk literally slid on his side to avoid that tag. So I think if he slides head first, if he slides on his stomach, he's sliding right into a tag. As that was a great throw by Anderson.
Very good throw. He's got to throw it somehow around Robbins, who's a left-handed hitter. So he's in that batter's box. He's got to avoid hitting the batter with his throw. And I already talked about his arm, Anderson. I think it's the reason you don't see anybody running on him.
1-2 the count. As George comes set, he holds at the waist, kicks and deals. That's a breaking ball that is tipped off of the catcher, possibly the umpire, as Robin stays alive, 1-2.
Well, despite the lack of a quick throw over to first, George does a good job of freezing that runner, giving Anderson every advantage should decide to take off.
As George looks in, he gets the sign. Holds at the waist. The 1-2 pitch. It's a fastball in the outside corner. Got him looking.
Nothing you can do with that if you're Robbins.
That is out number 2 in the inning.
Just down and away hard. That is a good spot. If you can hit that spot and you're George, then the strikeout's yours.
Brings up Adam Barrington. He has the lone hit in the game for the Hawks. As he's going to bat from the left side. As George comes set. First pitch of the at-bat is a fastball in the outside corner, 0-1.
George also varies his leg kick. That was a big, long leg kick, stealable on that. And then sometimes he'll do just that shuffle slide, quick to home.
Come set. Slide steps home. That pitch is just off the plate, 1-1. As you called it, Jake.
Yeah, sometimes the big kick, and then you could sort of guess, does he kick big when he's throwing the fastball, or does he just mix it up to fool you?
The 1-1 pitch is a fastball. It's tipped into the mitt, 1-2.
Yeah, that was quick to the plate as well, and not that Hauff is going anywhere in a 5-0 game with an arm like Anderson's.
It also changes the rhythm to the hitter too as well.
Yeah.
If you're used to that kick, you get that slide step and suddenly the ball is on you.
Mm-hmm.
As George holds at the waist, the batter Barrington's going to call time to step out.
You wonder how much of this is individual difference, how much is taught by the pitching coach that we mentioned earlier. Working with this staff, they all look good.
As George comes set, the pitch is low. It's a good stop by Anderson. That keeps the base runner Hawk at first base. He's been there since he walked to lead off the inning. 2-2 the count. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. The post-Sixers lead 5-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard as the Hawks have a runner on first, looking to chip away at this lead. As George comes set, checks that runner, the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to Coates as it's going to get by him. As we'll see how they score that, as it looked like he had to run a long way.
That's got to be an error. He looked that ball into his glove, I thought. He did everything right, except I would check that leather for a hole. Action in the bullpen now for the Sixers. It'll likely be the last inning for George.
This is the first time a runner has been in scoring position for the Hawks since the first inning. As that brings up Colin Cresilius, who put that runner into scoring position with a sacrifice bunt. Got a chance to drive in a run here. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a ground ball to the first baseman, Swain. As he knocks that down, he's going to run over to first, touch first himself, and that'll do it for the Hawks in the top of the 6th inning. As you're listening to the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, as we'll be right back with more from the Union Broadcast booth.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming as we work our way to the bottom of the 6th inning. As
it's number 16 getting ready in the Sixer bullpen. I don't have names matched up with numbers.
Sam Melchior
is the pitcher for the Sixers. Warming up in that bullpen is number 16, Corey Williams, the right fielder.
Might get a look at him in the 7th.
Braden Pearson leads off. Takes a ball to start the at-bat from Melchior. As he's going to work from the windup. The 1-0 pitch. It's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1, as he dots the outside black with a fastball. He gets the sign. He holds the ball out of his glove. Once he gets it, brings it to the glove. The 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball. That was a pretty good one. Laid off by Pearson, 2-1.
Yeah, a funky arm delivery. It's kind of weird. It would mess me up if I was a hitter.
It's a 2-1 pitch. Fastball in the outside corner, 2-2.
Tardy.
It's Pearson. Steps back in. Melchior in his first full inning of work. He came on in relief last inning. So he works from the windup, kicks, delivers the 2-2 pitch. Is a strike called on the outside corner as it's a fastball that was dotted. 1 out.
Yeah, McAnally took a good long look. Let the ump. No, he didn't think so. He must be a switch hitter.
Yeah, that was
the shortstop, McAnally.
No, that was Braden Pearson.
Okay.
Cade Coates is up right now.
So much for watching Game Changer.
Into the windup. The first pitch is a breaking ball that just breaks off the table. No swing, 1-0. It's a great take there from Coates.
Yeah, that was a good-looking pitch. Just missed.
Kicks, delivers the 1-0. It's another breaking ball, this time into the dirt, 2-0. Coates steps back in, wiggles that bat above the right shoulder. The 2-0 pitch. Swinging and a fly ball towards the right side of the diamond as that is slicing towards the bullpen. Foul. As you can see, I don't know if they have a designated name for it, but it looks like bullpen protector. As there's a player standing with the glove to make sure that the pitcher warming up doesn't get smoked when he's not looking.
Yeah, he had the best shot at catching that.
The windup, the 2-1 pitch is on the outside corner, 2-2. You know, these Hawks pitchers have really battled in this game.
Yeah.
They've fallen behind a couple of times, but they have tried to find a way back. Most of the time they have. So here comes a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball to the shortstop, Crecelius. Fields fires in one motion as the first baseman is off the bag, and I think he tripped Coates, as that should have been an out, as that was a pretty nifty play at short. Instead, it'll be a runner on first. 1 out in the inning.
That's tough if you're Garrett at first. Your funky footwork erased what should have been a beautiful play by Crecelius. He did everything he could, but Garrett couldn't find the bag. That was a nice play by Crecelius.
See how they rule that. As I think the manager's going to come check on. He's going to check with the umpire.
Well, I wonder if he's thinking that Garrett did get a foot down eventually, and he came close to it. When they caught the ball, his feet weren't on the bag, but then he stomped on it, and that's what tripped Coates up, and then the whole mess.
As we're going to appeal home.
I don't know if you're going to win this with no replay, and the home umpire does not have a great angle. He's got the angle I did, and I couldn't tell if Garrett actually did tag the bag. If he did, it was in time for the out, but I think he missed. I think all he got was Coates' foot.
As they keep the same call. I mean, if you're the manager of the Hawks, though, worth a shot.
Yeah.
As that'll bring up Mason Tafoya, as he's 2 for 3 with 2 base hits and a fly out. As Melchior comes set, first pitch is low, ball 1. Coates, the runner on first, aboard on the infield single. Checks the runner at first. The pitch. It's a fastball inside, 2-0.
Well, far from a romp, 5-0, but a convincing win. But I'm impressed by the Hawks and their ability to hang with what has been the best team in American Legion for decades.
As the 2-0's outside, 3-0. So we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Post Sixers ahead, 5-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. 3-0 the count.
Battle of crosstown rivals across the state.
As the fastball in the outside corner, it looked like DeFoyo was ready to head down.
Yeah.
The umpire hooks him back for that right hand. 3-1. Coates has a medium lead off of first. The 3-1 pitch is outside, ball 4.
Danger, 2 on, 1 out, and McAnally up.
And just like that, another runner in scoring position for McAnally.
Does not have an official at bat. He's got an RBI, a walk, and a run scored. He's done everything he can do without actually getting a hit.
He's even worn one, too. Steps in. Runners on first and second, 1 out. First pitch, breaking ball, swung on and fouled straight back. 0-1. There's Melchior. Works his way back to the mound. He's going to work from the third base side of the rubber. Just comes set. The 0-1. The breaking ball that nearly hits McAnally.
That's a nice catch by Camerati. Caught that behind the back of McAnally.
That's impressive because you lose sight of that ball.
Yeah, you can't see it. You put your glove out where you think it ought to go or it's going to be, and he was right.
Melchior comes set. The 1-1. The breaking ball crushed to deep left field as that ball hangs up. And a nice running grab there by Barrington in left field as McAnally smoked that ball. Just a better play by Barrington for out number 2.
Yeah, he tracked that down, got it in quickly. Runners hold. I mean, a little bit of a wind blowing cross field, left to right, may have held it up. It was hit really well, as you said, Aaron.
That ball made a sound off the bat that sounds like when you get every single stitch of that ball, and I think he did. He just happened to hit it into the wrong spot.
Yeah.
So that brings up Julian Romero. First pitch swinging, as that's going to drop. Fair. As it gets by the left fielder, 1 run's going to score. The second run's going to score as it is now 7-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard as Julian Romero comes through with a 2 RBI double.
And the difference between those 2 hits, both at Barrington and left, where a left-hander hit the ball the other way out there, which made Barrington isn't jumping that way because he doesn't expect it that way, and then it's got some spin, some skew to it. So when it hit the ground, it shot away from Barrington. But basically the same kind of drive down the left field line. Barrington makes one play, can't make that one.
Brings up Corey Williams, 0 for 2. His first pitch, swing and a fly ball into right field. As that is going to fall fair for extra base hits. That run's going to come across the score as it's 8-0. As he's going to hit the bag. Williams going for 3, and he will get there with an RBI triple.
RBI triple for Corey Williams.
For Corey Williams, as it is now 8-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Just a little reminder, if the Sixers were able to get to 10 runs here in the inning, that would end the game as Caden Anderson will step to the plate.
Now Sixers just slowly turning the vice with runs in every inning but the 4th, and now put up their first big crooked number with 3 so far.
First pitch swinging as he bloops it.
Trouble.
Over the head of the first baseman into right field. That's going to score another run as it didn't hit it hard, but it'll fall in for a base hit, and that's just how baseball is played as McAnally crushes the ball. Stays up long enough for an out. That one is fisted into right field by Anderson where it was hit significantly.
Yeah, exit velo like 24 miles an hour. Garrett does not range far from first. He's a big old boy. He had no chance to get out there and get that. Just perfect spot.
Either way, when they look in the paper tomorrow, that hit from Anderson is going to look like a laser, so it'll be all right.
Yeah, and the final score also, a good point. If you're reading the newspaper box scores, this will look like a typical, walk in the park for the Sixers. It hasn't been really. This inning is going to make it look like it.
Yeah, the final score isn't really going to tell the work that Weatherby did, as he did a great job. His first pitch is high to Hayden Swain, 0-1. Of course, he is 2 for 2 in the ball game with a single and a solo blast, as he looks to give his team an opportunity to end this one here, as that game-winning run is on first base. The pitch is low, ball 2. If you're Swain, you have 1 in the game already, 2-0. If you get a fastball that you like, Jake, are you trying to put this one further into center field stance?
I would assume so. Yeah, trying to better yourself. Hit one into Fremont County.
2-0, delayed steal. Throw down to seconds, not in time. As Anderson there took a couple shuffle steps. That was a delayed steal. It's by design.
Yeah.
Catches the defense napping a little bit now.
And again, you wonder why with a 9-0 lead, but it's that 10-run rule you talked about.
Try to limit the arms, save another arm for tomorrow.
Yeah.
3-0 the count. You give him the green light here?
Yeah.
Not going to matter as that pitch misses outside for ball 4.
With the open base, Melchior did the right thing. You do not groove one to that guy.
Second walk of the game for Swain.
I think we're going to get another pitching change here, at least the conference. Tough day for the Hawks, who in 4 tries have not been able to beat post 6 in the regular season, and it looks like they're going to come up 0 for 5 as there is a pitching change.
And with that, you're watching the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. As when we come back, we'll have the rest of the 6th inning.
Freeway Tire offers a nationwide service protection plan that covers service parts and labor on select systems, keeping your vehicle on the road. Plus, it includes coverage for towing, lockout service, flat tire changing, fuel, oil, and water delivery service, and jump starts. Knowing that your vehicle is covered at over 50,000 dealer locations nationwide provides that peace of mind wherever you are. Get the details. Visit Freeway Tire and ask about the service protection plan. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Western Wyoming Beverages has been proudly owned and operated in Wyoming for over 50 years, providing reliable service, friendly staff, and the nation's top beverage products, including Pepsi. We always strive to be the premier business partner for our customers. Western Wyoming Beverages services Rock Springs, Green River, Jackson, Evanston, Kemmer, Pinedale, Wamsutter, Big Piney, Mountain View, and Lyman. Go Red Devils!
Welcome back to the Union broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, as Aiden Frog, who was serving as the DH, is now on the mound, as the game-winning run is at second base for the Post Sixers, as they came into this game, came into the inning leading 5-0 with an opportunity here to end it in 6. Would be our second 10-run rule of the game, 10-run rule game of the day, as Sheridan won 10-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard in Game 2 of today's quadruple header, which will not be done after this one, as we have Jackson taking on Gillette, as Jake Nichols and Max Mitchell will take you through that one here from the Union broadcast booth. That game is scheduled to start at 7:30. Can't imagine that's going to be pushed back any later. Might possibly be moved forward, as it is 5:48 right now. That game's scheduled for 7:30. As Nolan Horton with an opportunity here to end this game, as he is the 9th batter of the inning. The Sixers have batted around, as that's on the ground to the shortstop. Crecelius fires it across, as that's in the dirt. It'll get by the first baseman. Here comes that game-ending run, as the Sixers will win this one 10-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard.
Crecelius should have gone the short route to second, but oh well.
That's a tough way for the game to end for the Hawks. I think they wanted to go the full 7 just to say they did, because they deserved to go the full 7 in this one, as they played a much better ball game than the 10-0 score would suggest. And with that, it is time to go to our post-game show, as it is time for the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, as the Sixers take care of the Hawks 10-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. As we recap the box score, the Sixers score 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth, and they score 5 in the 6th inning to take this one 10-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard, as we move along to our McKay Franco Precision play of the game. As Jake, I think there's only really one play that we can give this to, as Hayden Swan, with precision I should say, blast a solo home run over center field.
3 RBIs on the afternoon. He was 2 for 3 in addition to that home run, and yeah, he was a terror on Hawks pitching.
As we move along to our Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages, that is what I like. And man, we just mentioned his name for the home run, but that wasn't all he did, as he was 2 for 3 as he drove in 2 for 2 with 2 walks as he drives in 3 RBIs, and that is Hayden Swain. He is our Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. That is what I like. And that is going to do it for us here in this broadcast, as join us around 7
has been a wholly owned production,
as we'll have the pregame show for you in that last matchup, as that last game is going to be scheduled to start at 7:30. As I'm Aaron Poling, that's Jake Nichols. Special thanks to Max Mitchell for producing our game today, as we are going to end it there.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.